Every night, Emma heard the haunting melody of the piano drifting through the paper-thin walls of her apartment. The music was beautiful, sad, and strangely incomplete. It always stopped just short of the final note, leaving Emma restless and wondering why. One day, after weeks of listening to the mournful tunes, she decided she had to know more. So that evening, she knocked on her neighbor's door. A middle-aged man with tired eyes opened it. "I'm sorry to intrude," Emma began softly, "but I couldn't help but wonder why every night you play the piano so beautifully, yet you always stop just before the last note." The man looked at her with a sad smile. "That last note," he said quietly, "belonged to my wife. She died before she could finish the song we wrote together. I promised her I would never play it without her." Emma's heart ached with understanding. She knew the pain of losing someone you love, the ache of a life cut short, the haunting memory of what could have been. For a moment, they stood in silence, two souls connected by an invisible cord of grief. Then, as if realizing she had intruded on a moment of remembrance, Emma apologized again and returned to her apartment. But the encounter left her shaken. Every night she listened intently to her neighbor's music, hoping for a resolution to the melancholic melody. Days turned into weeks, and every night Henry played the same unfinished tune, each note a testament to a love that transcended even death. Emma found herself inexplicably drawn to the music, to the story it told, to the emotions it evoked. Then one night, unable to resist the pull any longer, she sat down at her own keyboard and softly played the missing note through the wall. The music stopped abruptly. There was a stunned silence, and then Henry began to play again, his fingers flying across the keys with renewed energy. He played the notes that had become a part of his nightly ritual, each one a cherished memory, each one a silent tear. And then, finally, he played the note that had remained silent for so long. It was a simple note, yet it resonated with a depth of emotion that transfixed him. As he played, his voice broke, and tears rolled down his cheeks. It was the first time in years he had allowed himself to finish the song, to confront the ending that had haunted him for so long. And as he played the final chords, he felt a sense of release, of closure, of peace. When he finally stopped playing, there was a profound quiet in the room. He stood up, his hands trembling slightly, and walked over to the window. Through the glass, he could see Emma standing in her apartment, her silhouette framed by the soft glow of her lamp. He wanted to thank her, to tell her how her small act of kindness had helped him heal a wound that had remained open for far too long. But all he could muster was a whispered, "Thank you." It was enough. She understood. In that one gesture, Emma had not only given Henry the courage to finish his wife's song, but she had also touched his heart with the universality of her compassion. For in sharing his pain, he had also shared a part of himself that he had kept hidden for so long. And now, with the final note played, a part of his broken heart had finally healed.